Hi, I'm Cadet Salazar, and the title of my speech is Out Front. I've never been good at writing or reading a speech, but never mind that. Let me get to the point. I have never been the type of person to try and put myself in front of a bunch of people and talk about anything, especially myself. I'm just not that type of social person. Now, if I have a group of maybe 3 or 4 people at the very most in front of me, then I'll be all right. But 30, close to 40 is absolutely not happening. The only reason I'm up here is because I decided that I would like to change that. So I'm starting here. Therefore, don't take anything I say during the rest of the speech personally, please. Now that that's over with, I'd like to say that a good amount of you have had a better life than me. But if I'm being honest, you probably seriously doubt that. But that's stereotype, right? That my life has been all sunshine and rainbows. I'm not going to say y'all are wrong, but how would my life be perfect if I'm here? Yeah, you can say that I could just be here because I didn't want to go through high school, and you would be partially right. The reason I'm here is so I can get my GED, go to Job Challenge so I can get a welding certificate. Then once I get my certificate, I would like to go home, help out my family, and prove I'm not going to be the screw-up that they think I'm going to be. After a little bit, I want to go into the military so I can be set up for a good future. Now, what I'm going to do with that future? I don't entirely know yet. I have a typical scenario that I would like to see happen, but now that I think about it, it's not that simple. Like with some people, my parents got divorced at a young age. Life was okay being passed back and forth between parents, living mainly with just one parent for most of my life and being raised a certain way. And then when that parent makes a mistake, it causes almost everything to come crashing down on my brother and I's head. After that, I guess it caused a change in me. Living with one parent wasn't too bad until it started to break apart me and my brother's relationship. It went from an okay life to a horrible, awful life. Because my brother and I used to hang out and play games with each other, and now all we ever do is fight and argue. We only say something to each other on rare occasions. He is the smartest person that I've ever met. And instead of having awesome grades and making his life good like he used to, he takes comfort in just sitting in his room and talking to people online or playing video games. What happened affected him more than it did me. Before all of this, him and I would go outside all day and hang out, play catch or basketball at the park, or even go over to our friend's house and hang out. Now, to you, my life probably isn't that bad, but it was still hard for me. It's not like I was spoiled. I still got punished by my parents. I still had to go work hard lifting furniture and building furniture if I wanted to get anything. I was never just given anything. I at some point in time worked for it in some type of way. Of course, like many others, I wasn't grateful for a lot of things most of the time. Now that I'm older, or at least feel older, I realize that I have been really selfish throughout my life. So as I finish this speech, I'd like to say, please, at any point in time that you're given something, or if someone's put a roof over your head, just try and think how hard they had to work for that. Try not to be ungrateful. Think before you try and whine or complain about something that another person worked so hard for. Remember, one day the shoe will be on the other foot, and you'll want someone to appreciate how hard you work and what sacrifices you make to do something for them. So, that's it. Me being out front and honest about how I am changing my perspective, because my past does not define me. And you too can become more appreciative and work harder to be successful.